Well, good morning. How are you all doing today? This is Patty, the Tinkerer's wife. Welcome to my kitchen here at Tinkerer's Paradise in Portland, Oregon, which is an 8B growing zone. Today, I made the decision to do a video on how to tell when seeds are ripe, and specifically with a couple of plants. There's the hollyhock and the parsley, but this kind of goes across the board. Because there are cues you need to be watching for. So let me get started here. First off, a little fact on identification. This is an umbel-shaped flower. See how it's like an umbrella? Okay. These are little clusters of flowers, actually. They're like mini umbrellas on one big stem. So anyway, these are green ones. You can see how bright green they are. They will not release from these little stems very easily. This is one that's even more green. See, the stem is still nice and green. And then this one here is ripe. Look at the color difference. And look at the color of that stem versus the color of this stem. So those are your visual cues. Now there is another thing that goes on. Let me go ahead and move this camera down. Please forgive the wobbling. Okay, there we go. Oops, let's not tip it over. So this here is some that I've already rubbed off, but a lot of times when I go to clean these, I just do this because they release. You can see how they're dropping into that plate so easily. There might be a few that hold on, but this doesn't take very long. Super easy way to do it. Parsley is so easy. There's other plants that you can do this with too. Fennel is another one that will do this more or less. Little note on fennel, there are basically three kinds of fennel. There's the sweet fennel that they use to get those seeds that we use in like sausage and things like that. There is smoky fennel, which is another variety. The seeds are not as large, and the leaves are really pretty. They're kind of a smoky color. Look at that. That was off of one flower. That's a lot of parsley. Now, parsley seeds do not stay fresh very long, so just so you know that, I would plant them. You could plant them this fall, maybe scatter them. I might even plant these like in September here, October, and then see what comes up, but don't disturb them. Make sure you mark the area. Okay, now this is a hollyhock flower bud. I'm gonna move this up again because I can't really see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Hollyhock flower bud. These will be kind of, well, they'll be a green color when the flower's faded. Now to open these, I'm just going to open them up like that. I want you to look at those seeds in there. You see those pretty well? Anyway, they're disc-shaped seeds. You can see that. Now, another thing they have is they have like two layers. I better get this, I gotta get my camera thing going here. They have two layers to them. And sometimes you will notice that there are little holes. I hope you can see this. Can you see that little hole there? In that one, I think it's right there. That is, oh, here it is. I guess I wasn't holding it up right. This is kind of wonky. I don't have my glasses on it. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. There's a little hole in the middle of that place where these look like they're two layers. That lets you know that there is a pest that has laid an egg in there. Weevils, flower weevils are a problem here. I will pull out any that look like that, and basically these just pop right off of here. They just come right off. I'm dropping them all over the floor. Anyway, they're very easy to collect. Now I want to show you these. Oh, these are really doing good. Yeah, I won't show you that one. I should have brought a green one in here. When they are not ripe, they are kind of a green color. With seeds, the thing is that when they're ripe, they're a different color than they are when they are still green and fresh. So you want to be able to know that difference. Sometimes seeds are white and they go brown. Sometimes they turn brown. Sometimes they turn black. Sometimes they go from green to white. Some lettuce seeds are white. You've probably noticed that. And some are black. So those are some of the indicators. It's a really interesting study when you start looking at seeds and their structures and everything too. So I really encourage you to get out there this year and try your hand at saving seeds. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. Be careful though, it is a little addictive. I collect seeds everywhere I go. I probably won't this year with my transition that's happening, but hey, I'm gonna do my best. I'm taking a bunch of stuff with me to wherever it is I find a home, you know. But I will have seeds to take with me. Oh, regarding hollyhocks, there is a story regarding hollyhocks that's really one of those, you know, bittersweet stories. There was a girl who had married, and she lived in the eastern United States. Now, this was back in the 1800s. So she and her husband decided to come to the Oregon Territory. They wanted to come to Oregon to settle like so many people were doing back then. And one thing is as she was growing up, she always wondered why her mom had hollyhocks on the front porch, why she loved that. And she knew that she wanted something that she could take with her that would make this wild place that she was going to feel more like home. Well, as they got on their buckboard and began to head off, her mother said, wait, and pulled out of her skirt pocket a handkerchief. And she told her daughter, do not open this handkerchief until you cannot see me any longer. And so as she went over the hill and she could no longer see her home, she opened the handkerchief, and there were seeds from her mother's hollyhock. So she knew that she would have these plants that were so dear and so familiar to her and reminded her of her mother and her mother's love. And it's just such a wonderful thing. Isn't that a great story? So she planted them by her door just as her mother did. So there's a story for you, and share those seeds. If you could have a story with them, that's even better. If you have a story about seeds that you were given that you are saving and giving to others, please share it in the comments below. And if you have any questions, let me know. So anyway, this is Patty, the Tinkerer's Wife. I want to thank you for spending time with me, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye, y'all. God bless.